Hello, gentlemen. How are you? I hope you had a good weekend. It was a nice weekend to go outside, get outside. So, don't know if some of you had track or baseball, but if it did, at least you had good weather for it. But anyways, I keep looking. Every time I come in here, I have this lady, our secretary. She does a pumpkin patch, like a small one every year. And so she wanted to start her pumpkins in here. And so the top right there is all pumpkins. And then that's pumpkins. And that's pumpkins. And I don't think she realizes she's got 60 some plants over there that need to get into the ground. But I keep telling her that, one plant produces more than one pumpkin. I don't think she realizes 60 plants and how many pumpkins she's gonna have. She doesn't think she's gonna have very many pumpkins. Guarantee next fall, she's gonna have a conversation with me that she planted too many plants. And I'm gonna say, no crap, Sherlock. Told her that from me. And she's planting more. She wants to plant 30 more. But anyways, my goal today was to show you on the drones, the agriculture side of the drone that we have. But I'm not surprised. But the program on the computer will not update. Not gonna get into it. I started the update yesterday. I came up to familiarize myself with the program, and it said I needed to update. So I hit the update, and then 2 hours later, it wasn't even a quarter of the way updated. So I just thought, what, I'll let it run. It'll be updated by this morning. When I get here, I'll quickly go through it. The computer will not update it. So, yeah. But anyways, I thought I'll talk about the field trip. I'm going to shoot for Wednesday in the morning. And so I will contact your school about how to get you out of the school in the morning. So we'll go up in the morning. I'll do time-wise a little bit more in an email once I get more details from Brandon about the field trip. Go up in the morning. I am going to link Arthur Company's website. Take a look at this. One thing that I like on field trips is you to ask questions. So I think what your assignment's going to be is to generate 2 to 3 questions that you could possibly ask. Remember, this is a grain elevator. It also sells fertilizer. It also markets the grain. And so, questions, I'll give you an example of a question. It's a very simple question. What classes did you have to take to be an agronomist? That could be a question you could ask. Question could be, when a farmer brings in grain, what happens? Granted, some of your questions will be asked and answered during, just a minute here. I got an email note. Oh, okay, it's nothing important. Some of your questions might be asked during the whole tour, but I'm huge on questions. That's my biggest thing is when we go on a field trip and the guy asks, do you have any questions? Ask a question, why this career, of all the careers, why this one? How does a farmer market his grain properly? Another question, how do you determine if you wanted to sell to a grain elevator or to an ethanol plant? Or, how do you select an elevator to sell your grain to? Some of those questions, some of those questions I always think kids should ask, because I have a lot of kids still that, well, that's the way my parents did it, so that's the way I'm going to do it. You know, I tell kids, well, you could sell that grain elevator. Your parents have been selling to it forever, but what if you can get a different price somewhere else? You know, why do you have to stick to that same elevator? So, you know, a good question is, how do you know which grain elevator to sell to? I mean, granted, a lot of them are going to promote their grain elevator, but it's a question. You know, another question is, with agronomy, I mean, granted, you go to NDSU, they don't really have an agronomy degree. You get a crop and weed science degree. That's agronomy. They just have a different name for it. What else should they take for classes? Because granted, let's say you go and get agronomy, and I think if you want to return to a farm and you're nothing but a grain farmer, agronomy degree is good for you. Maybe attach a business degree, or a farm management, a lot of programs, or an ag business, so you can understand how to market your stuff. But remember, agronomy now is more than just recommending what fertilizer and seed to apply to a field. And when we go up there, I'm assuming Brandon will show you, is they actually have like maps, GPS maps, where they can pick out good parts of the field and bad parts of the field. It's incredible what they have, the technology. So, you know, a question might be, you know, what type of precision agriculture courses should you be taking? So you understand drones and understand GPS and understand how all that works. Those are questions to ask also. So keep that in mind. So I'm gonna link it in the email, and then generate me a list. You each come up with 2 to 3 questions, and yes, you may work with each other so that you don't repeat the questions. And usually sometimes, and I'm probably going to start doing this because the last few field trips I've been with Rolla kids, I will have your questions for you. I don't even care if you read off your sheet of paper. I mean, they like questions. It helps determine if what they're telling you is making sense, or how to get you more interested in the career of agronomy. So other than that, I hope you have a great day. Maybe tomorrow I'll have this program. I also was thinking, because my luck, I'll get over there and the drone won't work. I was just trying to think how I can get you guys to come here to fly the drones. This way I feel a little safer here. Not that I don't know how to fly the drone, it's just my luck is that when I take it somewhere, it doesn't connect. Here we've got it so it's connecting, and so, but I don't know. So if you want to come over here, I'll visit with your school. Maybe you come over, you just hop on the bus, come over for first and second periods. You can fly the drones for 2 class periods. What I'm doing with some of the agronomy kids is I've made scenarios. For example, taking off, they're gonna go find something. They gotta see if they can land it back on. We have a little pad. There's this board here is our launch pad. This is our launch pad, and so you want to take off from that. It helps when you take off. It doesn't, if you take off from grass, it doesn't try to clip some of the grass and suck it into the drone. It's on a nice hard surface. So they're gonna have to learn to take off from that, land on that without using the home button, find something out in the grass. I hope to get this thing up and running, but I'm gonna have to try the update again. I'll start it once this is over with, so that throughout the day I can monitor the upgrade. But other than that, have a great Monday.